Hello, beautiful souls. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to arrive here. If this message found you today, trust that there may be something here for you. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own inner knowing above everything else. Before I even sat down to record this, I kept feeling the same energy. It felt unfinished, not chaotic, not confusing, just unfinished. And Spirit kept bringing me back to one simple sentence. Some things are never forgotten simply because they were never spoken. So I don't know who this is for, but I feel as though someone has been carrying words they never found the courage to say. Not because they didn't feel them, but because they felt them too deeply. It's interesting because I'm not sensing someone who lacked emotion. I'm sensing someone who became very overwhelmed by it, almost as though the depth of what they were experiencing frightened them. And instead of moving closer, they became quieter, more distant, more withdrawn. Now, I'm being shown a letter, one that's already been written, but never sent. And whether that's literal or symbolic, it does feel important. Because this isn't just about communication, it's about everything that remained trapped beneath the surface. The conversations that played over and over again in someone's mind. The confessions rehearsed 100 times. The words that always seemed to arrive a moment too late. And what's fascinating is that energy doesn't disappear simply because it goes unspoken. It lingers, it waits, it continues looking for somewhere to land. And that may explain why, for some of you, you've continued sensing this person's energy long after the physical connection changed. I'm also seeing birds, not resting, but rather migrating, crossing incredible distances, yet somehow always knowing where home is. And that feels symbolic. It feels very important because someone may have traveled, moved, changed environments, or tried to convince themselves that they had moved on. Yet, something keeps pulling their attention back. Not necessarily to the past, but to a feeling that they haven't been able to recreate anywhere else. Now, I want to be very clear. This message isn't about waiting. It's not about putting your life on hold. It's simply acknowledging that sometimes the heart finishes a conversation long before the mouth ever does. So I'm hearing the words, "You were never hard to love." Take that however it resonates. Because for someone listening, there has been a tendency to wonder whether silence meant you were valued, whether distance meant you weren't chosen, whether what happened was somehow a reflection of your own worth. And Spirit is gently correcting that story. Sometimes silence speaks far more about fear than it ever does about love. And I'm also noticing something about the throat, almost like words are collecting in there. It does feel heavy, Like someone who has spent so much time trying to say the perfect thing that they ended up not saying anything at all. And you see, there's a paradox here. The stronger the feelings became, the harder it became to express them. It's almost like standing at the edge of a cliff, wanting to jump, wanting to move, wanting to reach, and yet the body freezes. And it's not because they don't want to, it's just because that they feel so overwhelmed. And for some, this energy feels connected to old wounds, like a fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, fear that if someone truly ever saw themselves and the real parts of them, that they might walk away. So rather than risk that possibility, they protected themselves with silence. But here's what's interesting. I'm hearing the truth doesn't disappear just because it wasn't spoken. It waits, it echoes, it finds its way back into our awareness until we're finally ready to face it. Whether this message reflects someone currently in your life, someone from the past, or even a part of yourself that has remained unspoken, I feel the invitation today is the same. Don't confuse silence with absence. Don't confuse fear with a lack of feeling. And above all, don't allow someone else's inability to express themselves to become the measure of your worth. Because, see, what's meant to reach you will never require you to abandon yourself while waiting. Instead, continue becoming, continue choosing yourself, continue walking toward the life that's calling your name. Because sometimes the greatest message Spirit wants you to receive isn't about what another person feels, but it's about remembering that your life doesn't begin when someone finally finds the words. It begins the moment you stop waiting for them. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and I'm sending you so much love, and I'm wishing you the most magical, blissed out day. Thank you for being.